Reviewing finances first, the first motion was for AT&T invoices and totaled $8,817.19. The second motion covered all other bills and invoices and totaled $977,337.66. Reviewing the rest of the meeting, the board heard a presentation from the village arborist who showed new urban forestry tools, and a mayoral proclamation was heard recognizing April 26, 2019 as Arbor Day. The board approved a new class of liquor license, FB, appointed trustees Simple and Russell to a broker selection committee, reviewed and approved a plat of survey for 444 East Cortland and 440 East Crystal. A resolution was adopted repealing a previous business incentive grant or BIG application and freed up that money for future applications. While discussing the new public works complex, the board approved and authorized the village administrator to bid and award contracts not to exceed a total of $23 million. The board also approved payments of $61,608.59 to IRMA, $55,204 to CDWG for Microsoft renewals. They reduced the number of Class G liquor licenses, and lastly, they approved a sign easement at Dover Straits at a whopping cost of $10. My name is Eric Schwenk, and that's your Mundelein Minute, a 1-minute recap of the Mundelein Village Board Meeting on April 8, 2019. I'd like to thank everyone who came out to vote, either during early voting or last Tuesday on Election Day. I'm looking forward to getting to work on behalf of the residents of Mundelein. While the official swearing in won't occur until May 13th, there's a lot to learn in the meantime. Again, thank you for getting out there and voting. Now let's take a look at the full meeting recap. The village board meeting started right on time at 7 o'clock. And as usual, the board rolled through the first few agenda items quickly. These included the Pledge of Allegiance, approval of prior meeting and hearing minutes, and with no one wishing to address the board, public commentary was closed, and presentations and awards was up next. Public Works and Engineering showed off a new tool regarding village trees that has a public-facing component as well. After an audit of all village trees, this tool was updated to keep track of the location, health, and quantity of trees on village property. The public-facing component shows quite a lot of data and can be accessed through the village's website by clicking on Government, Department Directory, Public Works and Engineering, and Forestry. Scroll to the bottom of that page and you'll see Tree Keeper software. There were no public hearings, and during the mayor's report, the mayor proclaimed April 26, 2019 as Arbor Day. The board then voted to add Class FB liquor license, modifying the BYO, or Bring Your Own classification. The board also voted to appoint trustees Simple and Russell to the 927 Tower Road Broker Selection Committee. This committee will review the proposals for broker services as requested by a recent request for proposals. Moving on to trustee reports, and Community and Economic Development Committee was up first. The board voted to approve the preliminary and final plats of survey for properties located at 444 East Cortland and 440 East Crystal. They also voted to repeal a previous resolution approving a business incentive grant for Alamo Insurance. That business has not completed the work and has not responded to the village's attempts for contact. This money is now being freed up for use by future applicants. The Public Works Committee introduced a motion to adopt a resolution authorizing the village administrator to bid and execute contracts related to work at the new Public Works complex located at 801 Allenson Road. These contracts are not to exceed $23 million total, and this amount is larger than expected and greater than the capital improvement bond amount. During the Finance Committee report, Trustee Simple highlighted a few items for next week's budget meeting and followed with 3 motions. The first motion was to authorize reallocation of 2019 volume cap for private activity bonds to the clearinghouse hosted by the Village of Buffalo Grove for Lake County partners. The second motion was for AT&T invoices and totaled $8,817.19. The third motion covered all other bills and invoices during March 26th through April 8th and totaled $977,337.66. There were no motions from the Public Safety, Building, or Transportation and Infrastructure Committees, nor other reports from other trustees. Under scheduled business, the board voted on an omnibus vote list that included payments of $61,608.59 to IRMA, $55,204 to CDWG for Microsoft renewals, and they also reduced the number of Class G liquor licenses. Trustee Abernathy pulled an item from the omnibus vote list to vote against it. Ultimately, the motion passed and the board approved a signage easement at Dover Straits. There were no reports from the village administrator, attorney, or clerk, and at 7:49, the village board recessed into executive session to discuss pending litigation. That's your recap for the Mundelein Village Board Meeting on April 8, 2019. I'm Eric Schwenk. Thanks for watching.